Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf and welcome to a slightly different video than the videos I usually do. I thought I would join in everybody else's fun. Everybody seems to be doing this tag on YouTube at the moment and I just feel a little bit left out. This is the Allie Glines 21 questions tag, and although nobody's tagged me, hey, I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway. Before we get started, if you are new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I upload 2 to 3 videos here on YouTube every single week, and I'm also on Instagram if you fancy checking me out over there. It's at Pampered Wolf, all lowercase, no spaces. I would really appreciate it if after this video you've liked what you've watched, you come and join the Pampered Wolf Pack by clicking on that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Let's get straight on with question 1. Question 1, what is the oldest makeup product in your collection? Well, that has to be from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is the Modern Renaissance palette. This holds a special place in my heart. It holds sentimental value for me, and I just cannot bring myself to get rid of it at all. It's really, really dog-eared. And yeah, well past its prime. I've hit pan on several of the shades, but yeah, I cannot bring myself to throw this out. I haven't even peeled away the protective sheet on the mirror. I really did look after this, but yeah. I still use this on the odd occasion, even though I know I shouldn't, because I mean, this is well past the date that I should have stopped using this. It does say on the back that it's good for 6 months, and we're talking years now. Years and years and some more years. Question 2. What is your most recent makeup purchase? Okay, so I buy a lot of makeup. I buy a lot of makeup because this is my full-time job and I need makeup to review for all of you. But my most recent makeup purchase that would be solely for myself is a little bit of Dior Indulgence, and it only came through the letterbox yesterday. So this is a little bit of Dior Forever Cushion Powder and the Dior Forever Skin Veil Primer, and I've just got them out of the packaging now. It's so beautiful, and I cannot wait to try this out with one of my favourite foundations, which is the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation. Just, you know, to see if these complement it a little bit. I couldn't resist. I mean, the packaging on this is absolutely beautiful. It's like a cushioned compact. It's just so pretty. I don't know. I was seduced by Dior. I couldn't help myself. If you want me to tell you how I get on with this, by the way, then do let me know and I'll update you in a future video. But yeah, I didn't buy this to review as such. I just wanted it. Question 3, what is the first makeup product you ever used? Now, I don't know the specific brand, but I'm assuming it'll be like something like number 17 or maybe even one of my mum's old products, but it was definitely a concealer to hide all of my teenage blemishes. The ones that I'd just done a number on and looked red and sore and angry, and the concealer probably made them look worse than if I'd not concealed them in the first place. One of those really thick creamy concealers that you applied and then you put powder over the top just to try and seal it in, and then you applied more concealer over the top. Yeah, it was definitely concealer and it probably was not a good look for me. Question 4, what is a makeup trend that you used to love but now you hate? So there are several, and I'm not quite sure whether this was a trend or whether it was just bad makeup application on my part, but I am confronted by a photograph of myself every single time I walk to the top of my dad's stairs, where it's a picture of me and my brother, and I have the thinnest eyebrows like Pamela Anderson's, and I have white eyeshadow on that's all over my lid and all the way up to where my brow starts. It's a constant look of surprise on my face. Like, and yeah, I'm not sure whether that was a trend. I mean, I think it was, because you see pictures of people now and they've got like the seriously thin brows with the massively white highlight underneath. Yeah, I think I just took it to another level. That is the trend that I am so glad to see the back of. Unfortunately, I'm confronted with it every single Sunday when I go and see my dad. Question 5. What is a makeup trend that you used to hate, but now you love? Okay, so following on from the last question, I used to hate the look of bushy eyebrows and now I absolutely love that look. It just wasn't on trend in the 90s when I was growing up. In fact, some people used to shave their eyebrows off and then draw them back on to get the thinnest line imaginable. I just love a bushy, thick looking, fluffy eyebrow now. I think it looks far more flattering and far more natural on my face. So that's just a look I prefer that I used to absolutely hate. Also, another one, I used to hate the look of a shinier, more radiant, dewy skin. I used to do everything imaginable to make sure my skin was as flat, matte, and one-dimensional as it possibly could be. It was just, you know, you wanted to cover up every single last little speck of skin that you could possibly find. And now I much prefer that natural, radiant, dewy look. Much more skin-like look. And I would have never liked that when I was growing up. Question 6. What is your favourite step in your makeup routine? This was a really easy question to answer. It has to be blush, because I just feel like blush just finishes everything off and brings everything together. From a look that may look slightly disjointed before blush, blush just completes everything and makes everything look super seamless and really, really youthful and girly. And yeah, I absolutely love that step of my makeup routine. Question 7. What is a makeup product you can't live without? Okay, this is a really, really difficult one for me. If you followed me from day dot, you will know I'm more of a skincare girl than a makeup girl. And because I've spent so much time and effort on my skincare routine, my skin has improved so much that I don't feel like I'm desperate to cover anything over anymore with a makeup product. So if you threatened to take any of my makeup away, it wouldn't give me palpitations. Like if you threatened to take my skincare away, my heart would start racing. It really would. But I think the one thing that always makes me feel a bit better and more refreshed is my concealer. I really like a good concealer, even if I haven't got anything else on my skin. Just a little bit of a dab underneath my eyes to conceal my dark circles just makes me look more awake and more refreshed. So I think at a push, if I had to choose one item I couldn't live without, it would be my concealer. Question 8. What sparks your love for makeup? Okay, so I was quite a late bloomer when it came to makeup. I mean, B is 9 now and she's already playing around with a few products in her bedroom. She's not allowed out of the house with them, but she likes to play around with them in her bedroom, and that's just something that I never did when I was growing up. So when I was about 14 or 15, I became really close friends with a couple of girls, Jodie and Lindsay. And Lindsay used to wear makeup and she looked flawless and she just was so experimental with her makeup. And I just used to watch her apply it and just think it was absolutely fantastic. And one day she allowed me to try a couple of her products. I think it was a foundation and a mascara. The foundation was completely the wrong shade for me. It will have looked awful. But the way that it made me feel when I applied the products, I felt empowered, I felt invincible, my confidence level just went through the roof. And it's that feeling that I fell in love with, and it was that feeling that sparked my interest in makeup. I then branched out and bought my own things, and eyeshadows and eyeliners and, you know, blush and bronzers and powders, and I was addicted. Question 9. What is the worst makeup look you've ever done? Well, apart from that first one when I wore somebody else's foundation and mascara, there have been so many. There really have. There have been more disasters than triumphs. And I think that's probably the same for absolutely everybody. You have to learn somewhere. You have to practice and you have to hone your craft. And yeah, I've had a lot of looks that have gone hideously wrong. Even when I've been at work, working and filming, I've looked back on the final edit and thought, my makeup looks really, really rough today. So, oh gosh. I think my least favourite makeup look was when my dad was awarded a medal with work, through his work, and we had our photograph professionally taken with my dad and his medal, and both myself and my brother were all dressed up, and my dad's parents were there as well. They were all dressed up. I remember my granddad in his three-piece suit with his pocket watch, and it was a really, really special occasion, and it was perfection. But looking back on the photographs now, I really, really wish I'd spent more time doing my makeup because it just looked awful. I had really dark eyebrows, really dark eyeliner, and yeah, the rest of my face just looked a little bit higgledy-piggledy and wishy-washy, and that would have been such a lovely memory to look back on, which it still is. But yeah, my makeup was just way below par that day. Way below par. Question 10. What is your favourite makeup look you've ever done? I think this has to be my wedding makeup. It wasn't perfect in the slightest. I would probably change the fact that I wore false eyelashes on my wedding, and they weren't the nicest false eyelashes, so I would probably take those off if I was to recreate the look. But I just loved my makeup on that day, and I did my makeup myself on that day because, you know, I'm a type A person and I can't let anybody else near my skin. So yes, I did everything myself on the wedding day, and it turned out really, really nice, and Wes liked it. And I look back on the photographs now and think, thank goodness I went quite natural and very neutral. It just looks understated and pretty. So yeah, I really like my wedding makeup. Thank goodness. Question 11, a very quick question to answer. What is your favourite drugstore makeup product? It is the NYX Microbrow pencil. I think that goes without saying. I mean, how often have I spoken about this product on my channel before? Quick answer, it's amazing. I love it. I haven't found anything to rival it, and that goes for high-end products and also affordable products as well. Question 12, what is your favourite splurge makeup product? Well, I think this goes without saying as well. If you've been a regular to my channel for quite some time, you will know that I absolutely love the Chantecaille Future Skin Oil-Free Gel Foundation. This is just amazing. It looks so, so nice on my skin, but it's pricey. It's really, really pricey. Now, I will also include the Chantecaille Cushion Skincare Foundation in that. I'm adding this in tentatively because I don't know how long this is going to last for. This is brand new to me. If it only lasts a few weeks, I'll be like, no, I can't include that. Absolutely not. But if this lasts me quite a while, I actually prefer this on my skin than I do this at the moment. So yeah, time will tell. Question 13, what is your most repurchased makeup product? Well, that will be my NYX Microbrow pencil. I mean, I know it's pretty dull and it's the same answer for a couple of questions, but I can't lie. I buy this all the time. I have a spare over there in the drawer set because I have palpitations if I don't have a spare of this. If I get caught short and I don't have one, it's a big deal. It really is. So yes, this is the product that I buy most often. Question 14, what is your earliest makeup memory? Okay, so this has to be the memory that I have of my mum applying her makeup whilst I was getting ready to go to school. So we had this green, like corduroy sofa, maybe it was a velvety sofa, anyway it was green, and my mum used to sit right on the end of the three-seater sofa with her mirror and her makeup bag balanced on the arm of the sofa while she watched GMTV or whatever was on at that time in the morning while she applied her makeup. And I just remember eating my breakfast and watching my mum apply her products, and just, she looked flawless, absolutely beautiful, literally just to walk me to school and back. And I never thought about it before, but she always looked beautiful, really, really beautiful. And that is my earliest makeup memory. Question 15, what is your favourite place to shop for makeup? Okay, so this is a really easy question, and it's Harvey Nichols. I mean, I just love the Harvey Nichols makeup department. There is so much choice. I also love shopping at Selfridges, and also if I'm ever in London on the very odd occasion that I am there, I like to go to Harrods and have a look at the Harrods makeup department as well, because you can get so much more there that is just not available anywhere else, and it's on another level. My credit card tends to give a little whimper on the way into either of those three places because it knows it's going to get a battering, and the day after I usually feel really guilty, but the joy I get from just entering those places, the sort of mecca of makeup, oh, it's worth every single penny. So they are my favourite places. But if I'm shopping for affordable makeup, I love Boots, I love Superdrug. They're absolutely fantastic. But yeah, Harvey Nichols just gives me that heart flutter even before I get through the door. Super, super excited and just, oh, dancing on air. That's really, really sad, isn't it? But it's true. Okay, next question. Question 16. What is the most underrated makeup product you own? Okay, so I've got two of them. The first one is the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. This is just beautiful on my skin, and I feel like it rivals a lot of high-end tinted moisturizers or really lightweight, light coverage foundations. This sits so beautifully on my skin. It's a really nice, dewy, but not too dewy finish. It's not massively long lasting, it's a bit like a tinted moisturiser, but I just think it's beautiful and it doesn't get talked about enough, and I'm not quite sure why, because it's super affordable and, you know, I think it's great. The next product I want to mention is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. Now, I always feel like the original Estee Lauder Double Wear gets the most talk because it's the one that's critically acclaimed. This really takes a back seat. Not a lot of people mention this. I know I've mentioned it lots on my channel, but I just don't feel like anybody else does. I think this is far more flattering on the skin. Yes, it's slightly less coverage, but it's so much more lightweight. It's more of a demi-matte finish rather than a flatter matte finish. And I just think it's super, super flattering. It's quite hydrating on the skin. It's long lasting, it's long wearing, and yeah, it's transfer resistant. What more could you want? I just don't think it gets talked about enough. Maybe I'll do another review on this just to get it out there a little bit. I love it. Question 17, what is the most overrated makeup product you own? Okay, so in the first one has to be the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I mean, everybody and their dogs tried this, I think, and I just can't get this to work for me. I don't think it's all that. I think a lot of people love this, but also the same amount of people absolutely despise it. So yeah, I think it's slightly overrated. If you can get this to work for you, absolutely phenomenal. I hope you love it, and I hope you love it for a really long time. But some days it looks great, some days it looks awful, and I just can't be doing with that. So yes, I think this is slightly overrated, if I'm being completely honest. Also, the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. When this came out, everyone was up in arms about it. You must try it. It's the most amazing concealer on the planet. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Yeah, it's a nice concealer, but it does crease on me. And I've had other concealers on my face that have been far more affordable that I've got more longevity out of and that look nicer on my skin. So yeah, I just think this is slightly overrated. Okay, next question. What is a discontinued makeup product you wish would come back? This is such an easy question to answer, and it has to be the Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. I mean, I absolutely adore this foundation. I believe you can still buy this in the UK, but the reason I don't wear this in any of my videos is because a lot of people can't get it. I know in the US, I don't think you can get this anymore. I think it was discontinued quite a long time ago, and I have no idea why. I mean, why? It's the best foundation they've ever done. This is the best shade match for me. It sits on my skin beautifully. I can sheer this out and just look very skin-like and natural. I can build this up and have more coverage and just look flawless. It's just to die for. I love this. And yeah, the majority of people can no longer get their hands on it. So that's a real shame. Question 19. Where do you get your makeup inspiration? Oh, so many different places. I mean, from life in general, from walking through cities and towns and seeing how other people are doing their makeup, usually on TV shows when everybody else is worried about the plot and wondering what's going to happen next. I'm wondering what eyeshadow that person's got on. I'm like, yes, I think that's Huda Beauty's khaki palette. And so, yeah, I get a lot of ideas from watching TV, from looking in magazines, from watching YouTube as well. So, yeah, just from the normal places. It's not like I go for inspiration anywhere in particular. It's just all around. Question 20, and if you've stuck around till this stage, by the way, put a comment in the comment section and let me know. You're all absolutely marvellous. Thank you very much for persevering. Question 20, what do you hope to see less of in makeup's future? Okay, so the one thing that really bugs me in the whole makeup world is brands that come out with product release after product release after product release, and they've maybe done 10 product releases in the space of a month and only one of those products is up to par because they've not tested them out properly. So you buy all these 10 products, it costs you an absolute fortune even though they're affordable products, but actually 9 out of 10 are absolute rubbish and you've wasted your money. I hope to see less of that in future makeup, because that really does niggle me. Instead of just testing the products properly and getting rid of all those little niggles that products do tend to have, and high-end products have them and affordable products have them as well. Instead of testing them out and getting rid of those little niggles, they just throw them on the market anyway, knowing that everyone's going to buy them because they're affordable, and it ends up that, you know, you've just wasted your money. So I hope to get rid of that in future makeup. Question 21, what do you hope to see more of in makeup's future? Okay, so I hope to see more affordable makeup that really ups their game and is just as good, if not better, than some of their high-end counterparts. Now, I know that these makeup products exist because I am at the moment working on a video that will be titled something like Drugstore Affordable Products that are just as good or better than high-end products. I mean, I've got to work on the title, but you know what I mean. I know these products are out there. I know they exist. So if they can do it, other people and other brands can do it as well. So I hope to see more affordable brands really up their game in the very near future, and I'm really excited about it as well. So that's it for my 21 questions. I really hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you very much to Allie Glines for coming up with this concept. It's been so much fun to actually collate all my answers to these and really think about it properly. So if you haven't seen Allie's video already, I will link it in the description box. So if you're wondering what her answers were to all these 21 questions, do pop across with the link in the description box and take a look at her video. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it as fun as me, and hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.